What's up guys, welcome back to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. So welcome back to my monthly segment, Is It Really That Bad?, where we determine whether a low-scoring movie is as bad as they say it is. This month, because of Halloween, we watched Jacko, or Jack-O-Lantern, whatever it's called, I don't know. Anyway, so, I don't even know what it's called. Anyway, joining us today on this episode, we have Kent returning.
G'day.
From the open house. Is It Really That Bad? Which was the very first one. And then introducing Liam. Sorry that this was your first Is It Really That Bad with this movie. Yeah. And returning again, we have Dylan from the Friday the 13th Is It Really That Bad? The Part 3 one. Anyway, so, Jacko, the 1995 movie directed by the man, the myth, the legend, Steve Latshaw.
Absolute gem.
Starring his son Ryan Latshaw and John Carradine and Lena Quigley.
And Gary Doles.
And Gary Doles up there in the Hall of Fame. Anyway, so like always, I get my guests to basically to explain the story. So Dylan, because you wanted to do it, explain the plot to Jacko.
As best as you can.
As best as you can, basically.
Okay, so basically, the way I took it is there were two feuding families, and they had like a wizard guy, and they summoned a pumpkin man to kill the other family. And
is that even what happened?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is really just
bizarre.
like no one knows what was going on.
And he has to kill this generation of the kid, otherwise, because he's the only one that can kill him. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. So
and this kid has got like special visions. He has dreams of Jack-O-Lantern, and you can see him, foresee him in the future. And
don't know what all that's about.
Just crazy.
This is So well, let's like start from the beginning. What happened from the beginning? Well, it cuts to like the.
I just want to say this movie is completely just bullshit, man.
It feels like a straight to like.
It is a straight to DVD movie.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
And honestly, you can't find this movie anywhere. Like it's just.
Yeah, no, you can't find it anywhere. I don't know how just anyone.
I think we found this at Target in like the bargain bin or something.
Probably not even that. Probably like just like really like the cheap store, reject shop. Yeah,
it is the worst of the worst.
But it is a good movie to watch.
Yeah, it has charm to it. It has charm.
You can drink to and just get like shit faced. But yeah, so what how does it open? It opens with the
It opens with this weird man in the forest describing to this kid the myth of.
They never really. Is that like his uncle or something? It's like
I don't know.
They don't really explain. They don't explain any of the characters.
Maybe they did, but
yeah, and then it flashes back to
the ancestors.
The ancestors,
So the father of this kid's, the main character's ancestor, has to build a stick and bury it
and that stick's
to
like
stop the spirit of Jacko.
and that stick's like the way to kill Jacko.
Well, it's just a crucifix,
like a stake, like
but
a
it's like
sort of thing.
It's like a crucifix, but you have to put it exactly where Jack-O-Lantern started from.
It has to be like
no, but
where he originated.
You can show it to him, and he gets like afraid of the crucifix.
Yeah, like at the end of the movie, like skipping ahead, but at the end of the movie, it basically like they put it up to him, and then he like disintegrates into flames, and like they have like a little bit of special effects and stuff.
Well, they kind of impale him with it, like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he bumps him, and then he falls onto it.
All in all, it's just a crazy movie.
It's a shit show.
But like they bump him, and he falls onto it, and then he disintegrates. But at the start of the movie, he like goes back into his grave or whatever where he came from.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to impale him with it. He just saw it.
And the only reason he actually rises out of his grave again is because like 3 drunk teenagers go into the burial ground and they pull it out with like no resistance. It just comes out like
Yeah.
like the wind could have knocked.
Speaking
it over.
of pulling things with no resistance, how was Ryan Latcher at the start when they grabbed him and he went like
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to
flying
mention. You're not going to watch this movie for the story. You're going to watch it for how ridiculous
Oh my
and
God.
low budget this movie is. The amount of mistakes they left in the final cut is just laughable.
It's
Honestly, within the first 20 minutes, you can see the cameraman's shadow.
yeah. You can see the camera and
There's
shadow.
so many mistakes.
There's just audio problems.
dubs, yeah, audio problems.
The lightning effect where you can barely hear
Yeah,
it. The
yeah,
motorcycle.
From the get-go, you can tell they did not have a big budget from this film at all.
No, it is. It's just.
But then again, I do have to sort of commend them for doing what they did with what they had, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No,
No,
don't agree.
You don't agree. You just
No,
think that.
it shouldn't have been made.
I reckon they could. Even with the budget they had, they still could have made something a bit.
Yeah,
Exactly,
You can definitely make
exactly.
something
Yeah.
a lot better.
With no budget, you can still make something pretty good. I don't know what they
Not
were trying to
good,
go for. If they were going for like an original like.
I do
classic
have to. I
slasher.
do have to say the costume design of Jack O'Lantern.
Yeah,
in general
Jacko
is very. It's,
Was okay. Like it was pretty
Yeah, I
good.
wouldn't say it's spectacular.
that's like the only good thing about the film.
No,
besides
no,
the
no.
deaths. We should talk about the deaths soon.
The deaths. Well, we can talk about them now, but the deaths aren't. They're not spectacular themselves. The effects aren't.
They're spectacular in the wrong way.
Yeah. They're,
The ways they're not supposed to be.
exactly.
Yeah,
They're like
exactly.
laughably bad. They're just. Like the ones where like he would, it's like a shot
Just-
him like slicing.
Yeah,
then
and the
they're
actors were just over like
yeah, exactly.
overact and like
The-
it's just so
the,
cheesy. It's like B movie, but it's
Oh yeah, and like when that he sifts that chick and then lifts her up and it's just like a
yeah,
doll,
it's a dummy.
and it's so obvious. But as it like because it's Halloween season, like it is sort of a good Halloween movie. I don't know, just
Yeah,
because
mess
I mean
around
you'd rather
to get drunk too, sure.
yeah, well,
for
you
sure.
you would rather want to like watch like something a bit better. Like you want to watch like The Exorcist or Carrie,
Of course,
or
those
just
are
some
classics.
But
this
like
is just,
this is still kind of gives me that like Halloween feel. The smoke machines and everything.
yeah,
Just the night,
yeah. No, I see what you mean.
But
Yeah.
the acting is just horrible. Yeah, there's some questionable dialogue. We just like the Friday the 13th one that we did.
Yeah.
We did a drinking game, and it kind of helps the movie. Like we had a laugh while we were watching it at least, but it still was just
That's right. What did we drink for? We drank for every time it was bad acting.
bad
and
acting.
we got
Every
pissed.
kill, every kill.
Every
Smoke
kill,
machine.
every cringy kill.
Smoke machine.
Smoke machine.
Every time you
John
could
Carradine. Every
and
time.
you can see how
Every
much they've
time you
gone
can
through.
see like
It's pretty
the
crazy.
cameraman or
Every time you can see the
Any,
camera,
like,
which was sadly only
technical fault.
once. Yeah, and technical faults.
like with the lightning, how they didn't like cap out the blue border for the
Yeah,
actual like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and
ripped
it's
it straight from the.
yeah. Well, that's one of the deaths, which was would you say is probably the best death in the movie?
Oh,
Yeah, but it
honestly,
wasn't
what,
even
the toaster
because
one?
of
Is that
the-
what
yeah,
you're
the
talking
toaster one. The toaster one.
I reckon it was the most entertaining death.
Yeah, it was pretty
I mean,
funny.
every death is entertaining, but like that one took the cake.
Like-
Like,
I actually gotta say, like, for like first time watching it, it was bad.
Hmm.
But it does have some charm to it, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it is very entertaining, and it's a movie I can see people like sitting down to watch with their mates.
It's a cult
you know,
classic.
Yeah, it is like a fun.
just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I
There's
would-
not much more to it. The story's
Non-existent.
Wow.
Oh, they don't even have it. I don't know what they were doing with
It's
it.
like little snippets of stories.
Yeah, I
all
know.
woven
It's really
together.
like their
Yeah.
excuse to like have a slasher villain, basically. But they're just like, what do we do for a story? Just things, just like history and then,
like it felt like they made it up as they went along.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that kill, going back to that kill, like you said, you could see the border of like the stock effect that they used. But another thing that was funny about that kill was like they used the smoke machine, obviously, but like the smoke was so, like there was so much smoke that at first you couldn't even see the skeleton. So it was like what was going on, and then eventually it looked like the mother from Psycho, and it was just like
yeah.
it was just it was fun. And then there was like the teenagers got killed, but like because I've seen this movie quite a bit. I'm
Three
this is not-
times.
This is not like my third
To
time.
sit
Really
through this
don't know
disaster.
how.
And well, you're the first person that ever watched it.
Yeah,
with.
we watched this years ago.
Yeah, and then
We
I
this
watched
years ago.
it like halfway through with you,
I couldn't get.
and
through it.
now we're finishing the
Liam's
movie.
first time watching it.
Yeah, and
I feel like we should get Liam's perspective on
Yeah,
this film,
yeah.
as he is the fresh
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
perspective on this movie.
Yeah, well, there's nothing I haven't already said, you know, like, it's
Yeah.
just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Horrible, shitty story.
I'm
Shitty cameras.
Shitty cameras,
I'm honestly-
shitty special
Yeah.
effects.
I'm honestly
shitty
contemplating
audio.
if the director intended it to be like this, or did he actually try and make a genuine scary movie here? I honestly can't tell.
I think maybe there are some parts where he did take it seriously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then he saw what he had done and he's just like, oh.
Yeah, not gonna lie, when the little kid is peeping through his curtains to look at Jack-o'-lantern, this is very early on in the film. It did build up some suspense,
Yeah.
and there was some good...
Well, they tried to. At least.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, yeah.
but then the kid opened his mouth.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
just
the acting is
everything's just
terrible.
Yeah, well, we gotta establish that Ryan Latshaw, who is the kid in the film, is the director's son.
Yeah.
The director has a cameo, but if you look at the back of the actual DVD, it lists off every kill. So that
just kinda spoils
that
everything.
just kind of spoils it. But yeah, and we gotta talk about the nudity scene, which we kind of built up
Jesus.
to be longer, but then I
Yeah,
kind of
remember
realized
being-
it's not that long.
Yeah.
It
But-
just feels that long.
Yeah.
Because
The
it's so
movie
drawn
feels-
out
it-
and like
yeah.
uncomfortable.
It draws like this like it's just like this panning shot of this chick, and she's like bathing herself. But it's like the first time we see the chick, it's like that's
Yeah,
how they
she's
establish
That's
it.
introduced.
And it's just like and at first we were, because the mum looks like a crackhead basically, and we thought it was her at first, but then it turns out to be the babysitter, and the babysitter's meant to be watching Is it Ryan, or what do they call him? His last name's
Sean.
Kelly. Sean Kelly.
Sean.
Yeah.
The
Sean Kelly.
Oh, we got to
Sean. And then
Yeah.
To be
Sean.
fair, they try to just like show the babysitter as like a teenager, but she's clearly like
Yeah.
It's
And
like
also, she did a
mid-40s.
terrible job at babysitting him. Because halfway through the night, they're like the kid runs off, getting chased by Jacko himself. And then that witch chick, or whatever, the one that says she's a part of that group with John Carradine or whatever, she's like, she just says like, oh yeah, we're using him as a ploy, don't worry about it, so we can corner Jacko to kill him. It's like, so you're using your own son as like...
bait.
Yeah, as bait,
Yeah,
basically.
That's
Wow.
what I mean. I felt like they made it up as they went along.
And even
They
They
did.
didn't think
def-
about it.
Oh
They
yeah,
didn't
they
think about
definitely
the
did.
logic behind the
even
film.
when he gets caught and he's like getting buried, he's like burying him using the blade of the scythe instead of like a shovel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
He barely. He
Yeah.
just covers
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
that much.
Yeah, and you
then,
see his like feet dangling out
and
and
then
stuff.
when he's crawling out of the ground, it's like he was actually buried. Like he's
Yeah.
himself
Like
out.
he was coming up vertically, where
Yeah.
he was buried
and
horizontally.
he
So
wasn't even like he was like barely covered.
Lots of technical issues.
Oh,
Lots of
yeah.
technical
I
issues.
reckon a lot of like the story plot points that they introduced at the start of the movie, they just completely forgot about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And just
Yeah.
kind of rolled with the punches.
Yeah,
and made
it-
it their own thing.
that's
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
It
it.
felt like
It was
halfway.
really bad.
Just
It felt like
lost
halfway
his
through
track.
the movie. It was like there was like a year gap between when they were filming, and they just couldn't remember what they filmed.
Yeah. Oh,
And
we
then
then
they
continue this
went-
plot somehow.
Yeah, and then they're like, yeah, something to do with his history or something like
Something
that.
with the motorcycle.
Yeah, the
They
motor.
just
Oh,
threw
the
random stuff.
motorcycle.
Yeah, we honestly have to dedicate a whole section to just the technical difficulties.
Oh my god, yeah, we have to talk
This
about the
movie.
technical difficulties. So there was the motorcycle, which
Motorcycle
was
scene.
basically the mum comes out and she says, "Oh, what's that noise?" And like, fucking Ryan Latshaw, I'm just gonna call him Ryan Latshaw.
Yeah.
He was on the motorcycle with this, like the sister's
This
boyfriend, or the
biker
babysitter's
dude,
boyfriend, and he rides off and she goes, "Oh, what's that noise?" And you're expecting it to be a loud noise. But it's just like a motorcycle going off in the distance, and they
Yeah.
They
dissolve the
Deliberately,
sound,
like, lowered the audio.
lowered the
for that
audio,
scene.
and it was just like,
Yeah,
Like,
and
and
like,
it's like,
how
what
would
the-
she hear that? It's like obviously not there.
yeah, and same with the toilet paper. Like these kids, like they trick or
Oh,
treat
God.
this house, and the guy's like, go away for some reason. Even like you said, just put a sign up saying
Yeah.
no trick or treaters. But no, I think they get off from saying like, you know.
No, yeah, that's like their whole thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
every-
And then they open up the door, and then they tell them to fuck off, basically. And then they close the door, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get our revenge." So they throw toilet paper.
Yeah, but with that, they pull out 2 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, that's
and then
another-
when they come outside,
Yeah, yeah.
there's like 8 rolls.
So like they pull out, like that would be fine if like you didn't see the bag, but you saw the
couldn't
bag
see.
and they took out 2 toilet papers out of the bag. The bag drops, it's empty. You can clearly tell it's empty. They throw 2 pieces on, and then look up and they go,
15 bits of
toilet paper. They look up and they go, oh, what's that noise? Even though you can clearly can't hear it, and they go outside, and it's like
the toilet paper hitting a tiled roof would not make any sound. Yeah. But they're like, did you hear that? What was that? It's just laughable, laughable.
It's not like that metal toilet paper.
Yeah, I reckon when they went out, when the guy went out and he was like trying to like brush past all the toilet paper, I reckon I counted like 8 rolls. The 2 came out of the bag.
Yeah. But they were like perfectly like put on the roof.
Obviously,
I can't believe it slipped past the director that just went in.
I don't know how this movie actually like got rated. Like someone had to sit down and like rate this movie.
Yeah.
And they decided strong horror violence and strong nudity.
Barely.
Strong nudity I get.
Yeah.
Strong horror violence. Not really.
Really
it could pass off as like an M-rated movie if it wasn't for that like shower scene.
Yeah.
But
there are a lot of suggestive tones in the film. A lot of
so like in our Friday the 13th review, we were talking about Freddy Krueger being a pedophile basically, and this movie, it's clearly like characters are pedophiles.
Yeah,
they repeat the same line a bunch of times. I like or I love little kids or little boys.
Yeah, they specifically say
little boys. Like the babysitter grabs Ryan Latcher and says like, "Don't worry, I love little boys," and
she's all like, "Hold on."
She like can't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like rubbing his chest and shit.
Yeah,
not his face.
Ken will give us a demonstration.
Yeah, it's just really creepy. It's just
the mom says it to all the
whatever his name is. The directors just have a secret kink for the kids or something. It's weird. I don't know. This movie's whack.
Well, why would he want to watch his own son getting touched?
That's the kink, man. I don't know. I feel like
I just want to say sorry that the battery just died on the other camera, so it's so it might not make a bit of sense, but hopefully it does. Anyway, like I asked, is this the lowest film that you've seen, like the worst, bottom of the barrel shit? Hopefully it goes back to Kent's one. They recorded that one. So Liam, is this the lowest film you've seen? Is this probably the bottom of the barrel, shit heap, fucking just ruin your day?
Absolute disaster.
Well, it wasn't bad in the sense of I'm not going to say that it kept me interested because it didn't. I actually didn't give 2 shits about anything.
But it was
entertaining.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst movie I've seen. As when the cameras turned off, Dylan informed me I forgot about The Gallows and a lot of other really shit like teen horror movies like Paranormal Activity.
It is that.
The last Insidiouses have kind of been pretty shit.
Yeah, The Last Key and stuff.
Stuff like. Paranormal. Yeah, I already said Paranormal.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, so Dylan, is this the worst, like bottom of the barrel shit heap movie you've ever seen?
Well, it's a fun movie, definitely. It's really poorly made, poorly executed. Just
yeah.
It's kind of like watching like a dumpster fire. It's not bad. Like it stinks.
It stinks.
It shouldn't
feces
be there.
in it.
It shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't exist, but like it keeps you warm.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you know you're homeless and you need the warmth.
Movies like
I don't know why this is a good analogy, but it is. It's actually a pretty good analogy.
But then there's like the Bye Bye Man, which it's like someone just threw a fucking diaper in your face.
Yeah, the Bye Bye Man. Because like if someone throws a diaper in your face, it's not funny. It's not cool. It's not hilarious.
And now you're cold, covered in shit.
Exactly. This movie, it's nice and warm. You're in an environment. You're comfortable. Although the first time we watched it, I don't know if you felt this way, but I felt like I was watching like a cursed tape. Like I felt like this wasn't something we were meant to watch. This was like sacred.
That was years ago.
Because I'd never at that time I'd never seen anything like this piece of shit. And I was watching like what the fuck?
Delve into
and then after that we watched like Jack Frost 2 with the toy guns and Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horrors. that was pretty funny.
That was.
I don't know why that was a movie, but well, this is just it's alright. So the middle portion of this movie focuses on a whole bunch of shit, but it also it focuses on the like the haunted house. So like the dad makes that haunted house thing. I don't understand what the haunted house was meant to be, like thing. And
For Halloween.
yeah, but it was like the kids go in, and there was meant to be like a big lineup, but it was like 5 kids or something.
Yeah.
And they go in, and then they're like, he's like, oh, there's eyeballs, and you put your hand in there, there's heart, and all this, and it's obviously like fake shit. But then you see the kids run out because they see Jacko, and that was interesting. It wasn't that bad.
But to be fair, it wasn't even a haunted house. It was a haunted garage.
It was just some guy's garage.
It's like some
and
pure.
they're paying like $1, which I mean $1 is not that bad. You're not wasting your money too much.
I mean, they kind of were just a.
But then when the
fondue
dad
some grapes.
walks in, and also we gotta admit that the dad has the most common sense out of the whole film. Like he's still dumb.
Kind of, not really.
Yeah,
was-
he's pretty oblivious to like how many like chicks are just around him.
Well, like, to be honest, he's the least dumb. You can say that. He's the least dumb.
He's still really dumb. Like he was nailing a piece of wood to a flag or something.
Yeah, well, that's
Or
because
trying to
Steve
screw it
Latchell
in.
was like,
trying to screw it in, yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Latchell.
Steve Latchell was just like, can you just do something? Like, I don't know what you can do, but just do
Just
something.
don't involve any common sense. Just do
Yeah,
it,
and
you know.
at the start, I don't know if you guys like saw this, but these kids at the start when they bully the main character Ryan and all that, and they bully him, they go to like a house and there's like shots of like all different like houses, right? And
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
and the one house just has pumpkins and everything, but the other houses don't. It's like they probably filmed this not even near Halloween. They probably filmed it like at the start of the year somewhere, and it was just wow. This movie was like a dumpster fire.
Well, I mean, you could also see it as a mockery of horror movies, if you want to be positive.
Yeah, but I
maybe.
don't think Steve
But
Latchell.
it's not like, did he intend it to be a mockery, or did he intend it to
Well,
be
to
a
be
serious? Did he try to make a franchise out of this?
In the
like
movie-
Jason and Freddy and
You do see.
Jacko.
You do
Jacko's one of
see
them,
them
yeah.
like with their own fake movies within the movie that are meant to be making fun of, you know, the classic horror movies and just how they're a bit of a joke.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you think that was meant to be a nod towards this movie because he knew
This
that?
movie is just like
He
deserves
knew that it
a
I'm sorry.
film, it
trash.
deserves Matt Pat film theory on this.
So like this movie came out in 1995, and a lot of prestigious movies came out in 1995, like including, you know, I think it was Forrest Gump came out, Jacko-Land I think came out in 1995, Pulp Fiction, all those movies came out in 95. I'm pretty sure, but this movie beats them all by far. It is a classic. John Carradine, one of his last performances, was one of the best performances as well.
It was just in the forest looking like Yoda going.
Yeah, I know. Like, what was his part? He
I'm
was like a wizard.
sorry, I didn't pay attention. His parts when he
I
came
bet
on,
you
I
out,
think I was too.
He was the wizard. He was the one that made Jacqueline, I'm pretty sure. I think. He
Who the
was.
fuck would
Either
wanna
way,
make
it doesn't
that?
matter. This movie.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
He was pretty funny though, just
Yeah.
because they always echoed his voice, and it was like really bad. Like the barn as well. The barn.
Yeah, there was a barn scene where he was like the kid was going through like a flashback through a dream to see how Jacko was created.
Yeah.
And the creator went into this barn and was talking with an immense echo, like he was in a whole
like a
massive
cave or something.
stadium.
Yeah.
And there would have been no echo in the barn because there were too many windows, so the reverb wouldn't have come back. So it made literally no
Oh
sense.
my god.
Like
Just for
most
dramatic
of the
effect,
movie.
even though it didn't
It
make
was
it
a
dramatic at all.
stylistic choice.
Like the whole movie,
But
when
it
you're
wasn't
watching this
stylistic
film,
at all.
the one word you say
choice.
throughout this whole movie is what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's the whole. That's that's.
And ha ha ha, this movie's ridiculous.
It's. Oh my god! It's. Yeah, it is very very bad. But like now we get I don't know what else happens in this movie that's just
Not much
terrible.
else. Not much else, honestly.
That's all the good
entertaining
parts.
kills, crazy story, bad acting,
Dumb story.
dumb
No
story. You can break it down into dot points. Basically, what I've done is like bad acting, terrible story,
terrible
really bad technical
techniques,
difficulties.
Like technical difficulties.
What else we got? Bad acting.
Just very, very
It's just-
shit
it's just-
special
it's-
effects for its time. Like so many
Oh,
movies
yeah.
did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
it was
God,
just when it
1995,
came out, like,
yeah.
They were just on no budget.
They literally
Yeah,
had no budget. It was
He
like.
probably used his own like work money to pay for.
Oh yeah. This was definitely his
the smoke
weekend like.
machine.
hobby sort of movie, and
Yeah.
It's taken weeks and weeks to do that.
oh yeah, all the budget went to smoke machines. Obviously, that or they got the crack mum to smoke.
And let's
pot.
talk
Oh,
about smoke machines. Damn, were there some smoke machines?
Smoke machines.
Every
scene, yeah.
I-
that was
Smoke
based
machines
outside
in
and
it.
would
It
have
was-
smoke in
It
it.
had smoke machines. It gives that like atmosphere, like nighttime. It's like
But it doesn't
Foggy.
every single scene.
it does it every
man,
scene.
like-
It sometimes it
As if
even
Mist
does
would
it
be
like
present every night.
it does that sometimes even inside like the garage Halloween thing, like the haunted house.
Yeah,
It
they
was like
purposely did that though. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
deliberate.
Yeah.
That's the only time it actually made sense.
But like, yeah, every other time was like there was just mist.
And it's not like
Just
they
there.
just used
Time.
it for like
Fucking annoying.
ambient mist or fog. It was so overdone
Yeah.
that you could barely see
And-
the trees or the black.
It looked like
of
someone
the
vaping.
background.
yeah,
It just was
Someone
white.
vaping. Actually.
yeah.
It
But
was
like
like the scenes took place in a cloud.
yeah, like and there was that one
Yeah.
obvious shot where like, and they even show a smoke machine as well in the film. But there's that one shot where like the hand of Jacko or whoever's coming out from the grave, and the kids like, you know, put the grave down or whatever. And like you can tell like they had a smoke machine underneath there, and it was like coming up from the thing, and he was coming out, and it honestly, I don't know, it gives me the Halloween feeling. It's literally a Halloween movie, and it's a Halloween tale that everyone needs to watch. It's,
Guess, is it time to give the final verdict?
I reckon it's time to give Evil a new name, Jack and Len.
In
Are we,
terms of
going, are we
review.
going like a number
rating.
score?
No, we're gonna
Everyone?
we're gonna go. Is it really that bad? So yes, it is that bad, or no, it's not that bad. So we'll start from down the line. We'll start with Kent. Is it really that bad?
Absolutely, 100%. No
It is
doubt.
that
It
bad?
is really bad, but then again, it kind of has a charm that I kind of enjoy. To be honest.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's so bad that it's good. To be honest, to me,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And Liam.
But to answer your question, yes, it is
I
very bad.
can't say the same. There was like hardly any charm. Like it's not a movie I can see myself ever watching again.
So it is that bad.
It is really
Fun the
that
first
bad.
time around, but then never again.
And Dylan.
Well, I really like the Friday the 13th, and most of them are that bad, but they've got the charm that this kind of has. as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it has that charm, but I will have to say it is that bad.
It is that
It
bad?
is that bad.
Well,
What
I
do you
guess
reckon, Scott?
I'm going the opposite. It's not that bad.
It's not. That
I
bad.
enjoy it. I
Wow.
enjoy it. I find it fun. I can enjoy it with people around. I guess if I didn't have people around, I can't watch it. And I'm glad every time I've watched this movie, it's with someone.
Yeah, honestly, by yourself, this would be the most boring thing
It would
ever.
be. But if you're watching it with your friends, so I guess I can split into two. Like, if you're watching this by yourself, it is terrible. It's one of the worst films you've probably ever seen. But if you're watching it with your friends, it's not that bad. I honestly think it's not that bad. I can.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch,
I can
do
see
it
some
with a bunch
good
of
in
mates on a Saturday night with drinks. You know, honestly.
Yeah,
Don't watch it by
I can
yourself.
see some good in this film. Not creatively, not with technical things like that. That's what makes the movie for me. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it a good Halloween.
Like knowing how bad it is.
Knowing
It's like-
how bad it
it's
is.
like that.
Yeah, I
lunch
agree.
of-
I
it's
agree.
so bad
That's
And
great.
how fun!
I
Like
agree.
we had. I don't know about you guys, but I had a good time watching it with you guys. Watching
yeah,
this
of
film.
course.
Well,
And
just
just-
making
It
fun
does
of
have
the
its
whole
purpose
time.
Yeah.
as a really
Just watching
fun
in the dark and just
B movie. Yeah.
it's.
No, that's what I tried to say. You know, like it's really bad, but it has its charm. Too.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was trying
So
to say.
you're saying it is really that bad?
It is a bad film, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
Final verdict is it's a pretty garbage film.
yeah. I would agree. Yeah, I do agree that it is a terrible
Absolutely.
film. But
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say because is it really that bad? It's kind of like this segment and this thing. This like show is sort of determining whether the movies are as bad as people say they are.
No one's seen this to say.
No
that it's
one,
bad.
no one has seen this movie to say whether it's good or bad. But I feel like it's just not that. It's not bad for me personally. Maybe I'm a bit too lenient on the film, but I just don't think it's that bad. Like you said, if you're a fan of like corny, cheesy '80s slasher films, this movie's like right up your alley because of just how like just weird and just over the top it is, and yeah. Is there anything you guys else want to say about the film?
I will say one movie that I can safely say is 100 million times worse than this is a movie called Hashtag Horror.
Hashtag horror.
That is.
He doesn't like- he does not
I
like
don't
that
even want to
movie.
know what that's
That is
about.
the single
I don't
worst
even
movie
wanna
I've
know.
ever watched. That is
Maybe
really
that's
that bad.
going to be our next.
Maybe,
Is it
maybe,
really that
maybe we
bad?
need to watch
Nothing-
that. Is it really
nothing-
that bad?
Nothing.
So it's
happens.
better than
Noth-
that.
This is definitely better.
So it's not that bad.
It could be worse, but I still hate it.
Damn, I'm trying to get someone on my side. But no, yeah. Seriously, no. This
No, I
is
agree with you, but I still think it's as bad as people say it is.
also another thing.
If anyone's
This
curious.
isn't about the film though. But when I'm uploading this video, it's actually going to be on Halloween. So I guess we get to say Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
But
Sorry.
I think Kent's had way too much to drink. I reckon. Yeah.
I had to get through this movie. That's what
true.
I'm saying.
That is true.
It's really a double-edged
I
sword.
applaud everyone though for getting through the movie because there is some scenes that are really hard to get through.
Yeah, I think I just tuned out on some of the scenes, honestly.
Yeah, you guys were talking about some garage and that they were bobbing for something. I tuned out. I don't know where I was, but I don't remember half of the movie. I don't remember this wizard guy that you're on about. I just don't know, man. But
Yeah, there is a. Well, at least you can say that you've watched Jacko, although people were.
is
not
that
gonna-
really an accomplishment or an achievement? Is
What?
that something to brag
what
about?
to say that we
That
watched
you've
Jacko?
seen
Is that something on the bucket list before you die?
You have to watch this movie.
I don't know. Evil has
I
to
would-
be
I
named,
would
I
say
might
guess.
no.
make some people die.
Hey?
It might make some people die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This yeah, it is a cursed tape. Like I really, honestly,
Yeah,
Where did you even get it from?
I don't know, honestly. So I guess 3 against 1, is it really that bad? They say it is really that bad. I say no.
Yeah.
So we can just, I don't know. Jack-o'-lantern, you guys don't recommend it?
It's
No.
fun.
Oh, no,
for,
yeah,
it's
with
fun
a-
for
with a
all the
friend
wrong
you
I
reasons.
recommend it, but not by yourself.
Oh, hell no.
I don't
don't-
even, to be honest, I don't even recommend it with a friend.
Yeah.
I just think, like,
Maybe that's
don't,
because
like,
you didn't get drunk, man.
like, don't put your friend through watching it as well. Like, they don't need to waste their time.
What if you're watching around Halloween?
Still no. There's better movies to watch. Better
Yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Halloween.
I'd rather watch, like,
But can you have
half
fun
the
watching
movies than watch this.
True.
Sort of. You can.
Kind of true. Not in the same way as this.
This is a different kind of fun from
yeah, that's what I
everything
was
that you've
trying
watched.
to say. Yeah.
And so we built this movie up to you because these two had seen it, I'd seen it, you hadn't. What were you expecting before the movie? I just want to quickly ask, what were you expecting?
You guys put it on a pedestal, I'll tell you that. You guys said that it was like one of the most amazing things and that it was very entertaining and that I'd love it. Like, yeah, it was really funny.
Was it probably one of the weirdest films you've ever seen?
Yeah, well, for story-wise, it just kept cutting to random shit.
The
that
editing
didn't
was
make
pretty bad.
Sense. Like, I don't know, like, you guys said how good it was, and it really wasn't. Like, it really wasn't.
Drinking while watching it is the best way to go
See,
about it.
Yeah.
Set up your own drinking.
Because
I reckon
when you
that's-
drink,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
tune
drinking,
out
yeah,
of
it
all
actually
the
kinda
bad
makes it
moments and then
fun.
tune in when it gets
But at
good.
certain scenes, I swear we missed like a couple of deaths. I swear we missed a couple of drinks.
The movie's just a mess.
We didn't miss any
I swear-
drinks.
I
I don't know what you said.
I swear we
all
missed
gone.
a couple of John Carradine moments. I don't know.
John Carradine, that was
John
the best.
Carradine,
That was the best part about
best
it.
cameo.
Like,
Dude looked like as soon as they cut, like they needed life support on set. Like they just
he
they
needed his
yeah,
oxygen tank. Yeah.
they needed that shit on there. Yeah, this is definitely pretty bad. So yeah, I guess that's the final verdict. We've talked about Jack-o'-lantern. I thought there would be more to talk about, but it's about an hour and 20 minutes of probably the best hour and 20 minutes of your life. You probably it's really
For all the
fun.
wrong reasons.
It's really great. The cinematography's great.
The
You're taking
special
the piss
effects-
now, mate.
The special
The
effects.
special effects are really good.
Better than some we have now. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, the Avengers
Oh.
have nothing on this film, but you know you watch the Avengers and you
They-
see the special effects list, and it's just like,
dude,
oh,
they couldn't even key out the blue background on a light stop. It was so bad.
yeah. Anyway, we better wrap it up because the battery's dying on this camera. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. There'll be more Halloween stuff coming out. I'll make sure that this is uploaded first. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, Have a happy Halloween.
Ooh,
Happy Halloween.
happy
See you guys
Halloween.
later.
Don't
Bye.
watch this movie.